in the rest of the world, then you need to bring some proof to all these allegations you have made. Because they've made a whole lot of allegations there. I know say they don't call Attorney General and the DPP, they don't call them different names. They don't abuse their mama, abuse their papa. Now why the lawyer vex like that? Say no. Say the only thing if you happen, you say this man just they imagine. You don't want to tell them say whether the man they mara or something. So to the next paragraph. The respondents state further that neither the coroner nor the applicant have access to the criminal case file to ascertain and appreciate the legal basis that form the conclusion reached by the respondent in the legal advice. So they are now saying that I think they've said it somewhere in the earlier paragraphs that these people where they talk, they don't even get the case file for hand. So how they want to appreciate what we do? How they want to understand what they there? Though the corona the corona judge no contest here. They join the guy for the matter, say male and two collect together. As they give a number, then they throw one, give the woman there to say, and I not get case file for hand. You don't know waiting happen. You don't know waiting these people right there. What if the police say, they are based on our investigation, no? These people, we don't see them at all, no, they don't do anything at all. We don't see any facts say they do anything. So shame DPP because of that. Go and say, no, they do something, no. They investigate. Do they have investigatory power? No. They have prosecutory power. They can only prosecute based on investigation done by the police. So they're saying these people don't get case file for hand. They follow us argue, say, nah, so this all matter supposed be. Say, which kind of allow this? That's what we have in that paragraph. They can't appreciate, they can't understand, basically, their own legal basis of saying or doing whatever they have done. So, the applicant did not personally conduct any or engage private investigators who investigated and found incriminating evidence that establishes the culpability of any of the individuals discharged by the DPP's legal advice for the death of his son. So they don't Joseph Alova for blockers here now say, you know, pay any private investigator, you know, engage anyone. Maybe apart from Yomi, I think Joseph Alova made a mistake here. If he had included Yomi in this one now, if you say, Yomi is my private investigator. So they say you didn't conduct any investigation of your own. You did not hire or engage any private investigator to investigate all these things you're saying, all these evidences you're coming here to say. You didn't get anybody to investigate for you. And you just call your conde yano pata say, now one person kill your picking, now another person kill your picking. So they're just really telling that this man is irresponsible. This man just opens his mouth and things start coming out. That's basically what that paragraph is saying. So upon a total legal review of the case filed by the second respondent, that's DPP, there was no fact disclosed that linked Mr. Abdulaziz Fashola, aka Naira Marley, Mr. Samson Balogun Eletu, aka Sam Larry, and Owoduni Ibrahim, aka Prime Boy, and Okwere Babatunde directly or remotely to the death, to and for the death of the deceased. They are now saying, case file will that no get, well now because of that they talk anyhow, I can't tell you now. Based on the case file with our own hand, we don't review her. We don't do holistic review to this case file. And in that case file, any fact no dey there will link these guys there. whether na directly or be remotely say na them cause the death or na them kpai this boy. Say based on the case file wey dey their hand, say no fact dey inside. So they are not saying there might not be facts later on. They are not saying this thing didn't happen. They're only saying based on what we have seen in the case file, there is not one single fact there linking these guys to this thing. What should we do? Should we just keep holding them forever? So moving on. The applicant and the other individuals who testified the inquest hearing into the death of the deceased did not provide any new, credible, and verifiable facts distinct from what was stated in the case file forwarded by the police investigators to the second respondent, which directly or remotely linked Mr. Fashola, Naramali, all those guys to the death of the late Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Loba. So they are now saying, yes, even with the inquest where they go on, then they hear waiting they go on there too, because they have their own representative in the hearing too. That up till now, nothing new where these people they talk. Because don't forget, all these people they wrote down their statements to the police. And anytime they come to the coroner's inquest to be interviewed or cross-examined, their lawyers will ask them, oh, do you remember this thing you've written down? Do you want to adopt it as your testimony here? All of them are saying yes, that is what they're saying. Meaning, that is what their facts are. And they are saying all these facts were in the case file. That's so waiting new where they can talk here. They not talk anything new. They not talk anything where they feel verify. Say even something where they new there. Say it is either it is not credible or they cannot verify those facts. So they are saying two things here that number one, nothing is new. And number two, the things new or whatever new they have said here is not credible. It's not verifiable. So what they're saying basically again to break it down further is that anybody saying that this one kill this one, that this one kill this one here in the coroner inquest, that person is either not credible or the person they lie. That is basically what that paragraph is saying. So, and I think this is last paragraph. Thank you for bearing with me. The applicants in these applications have not placed any material facts other than speculative statements and conjectures, such that could have faulted the second respondent's legal advice. And it is in the interest of justice to dismiss this application against the respondents. So it's now saying Joseph Aloba and his lawyer, they don't get any fact proof you say, this one fact or this one the main. Say the only thing where they get now speculation, say it be like say something can happen. It can't be like say after that one something can happen. But that's what they came with. They didn't come with any facts other than speculations, other than maybe it could be, it could have been. That's all they've been saying in the affidavit and in their case generally. That they didn't bring any fact to fault DPP's legal advice. Okay, now don't go collect legal advice. So see as in our legal advice take wrong. This person will not release. See waiting, see the facts where they on ground. See the video where we see the person, they kill person. Why not can't release her? Something like that. Something tangible. That in the interest of justice, because justice is not just about wasting people's time, wasting the taxpayers' money. Justice is about saving time when hearing cases, saving money for the taxpayers, and delivering justice. And in the interest of all this, I beg, make una try dismiss this application. and the court say, okay, no wala, then I come back on July 2nd. We will talk more about it and we'll see how to resolve this issue. So, Abomilele, you now, if
Welcome,
we have
ẹ káàbọ̀ sà.
questions and we can now talk about it. Ekule Yami.
Ó wà pé tájọ́ rẹ̀ àwọn wá pépè jẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ó lọ jábọ́ bóyá máa padà níta Pythagoras bọ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ yìí.
Yes,
Ṣé mo lè
Chabi,
sọ̀rọ̀ sí
tell me.
nítorí mi mọ̀ bóyá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ní lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó pàtó tẹ̀. So
Yeah.
gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ sí okay tájọ́ rẹ̀ ẹ go on.
So, good evening, everybody. I just have two questions. Thank you so much, Mr. Pythagoras.
Yes, ma'am.
So, the first question is, um, as a son, I feel like he should have done his due diligence before going to file that kind of motion, right? So I really don't understand why, because for me, I think the charges has to be charges filed have to be appropriate. It's just like, for example, tí èèyàn bá unintentionally pa èèyàn, right? Unintentionally, you cannot charge that person as in pé it should be like, let's say, manslaughter and not that. But if the charges is not appropriately filed, there is tendency for that motion to be discarded, right?
Yes.
So in this case, I was just wondering, as a son, even like a junior lawyer, shouldn't have made this. This kind. I mean, it's not a mistake. I think he was just trying to do his job, just trying to kind of thinking he's working. I mean, he's working for the money, just to justify the money, right? And the
Mm.
other question is, does the respondent, which is the DPP and the Attorney General in this case, do they have to record? Do they have to seek permission from the coroner inquest to make public their review or their judgment on the case, to see if the case can go forward or not? Do they always have to?
Yeah, sure. Uh, yes, number one, the lawyer, to be fair, as long as you decide to be someone's lawyer, you have to act in their best interest and based on their instructions. As
Based
long
on whose
as you want
instruction? Based on your client
your
instruction?
client, yeah. As long as you remain their lawyer.
Even though you know it is wrong or it's not going to be
No, if it is
admissible.
wrong in terms of law, except it is illegal. The only instruction you
Uh,
won't listen to from your client will be something against the law. To
uh,
lie under oath, for example, to help them pervert justice, for example, knowingly. Those kind of things, you can say no to it and you can even report to your client to it for it. But anything other than that, it's either you stop being their lawyer or you dance to their tune. Really. That's just
okay.
it's more complicated than that, but that's just a simple explanation. You see that you just
All right.
say, Baba, I know they do again, or you just continue doing their wish.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Okay.
yeah. So it's
Oh,
but then if you practice to some extent, to some point, and uh your what's the word there now? Your image means so much to you, your integrity. You have that. There are some things that you stand your ground. You have the power to advise your client to convince them. And when you can do that, you have the option to say, you know what, I cannot do this in good conscience.
Oh,
But
okay.
then it's all about what you really want still. If I want money and somebody is telling me to come and kí wá lọ bá òun gba kí wá lọ bá òun sùn Charles pé òun ló yẹ kí tróònù kàn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọmọ kí ló ti ń pè ọmọ ayédè ni níbì kan bá lọ máa sún ẹ̀ tó bá ti kówó ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ pé òun ni tróònù kàn tó bá a máa fọ́ọ̀mù story pé yes nígbà tí queen ni bóyá first àbí first queen ni wá ìgbà yẹn ni wọ́n wá lóyún ẹ̀ Nàìjíríà bàbá everyone will create a story conjecture báwa lọ bá ṣe bọ́yẹ̀ ń kó story jọ bọ́yẹ̀ ń kó gbogbo assumptions àti conjectures jọ yìí a máa kójọ náà eventually tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ń wá owó tí ò kọ̀ láti ṣe anything láti wá owó of course they can do it within the ambit of the law even though it might be morally wrong they will still do it and they will still be doing their job still really they'll be doing their job. So for the second question, you're saying that yes, the DPP do not need their what's it called? Their permission. In fact, the DPP has the constitutional authority as per the law establishing them to either decide to continue to advise on whether or not to prosecute a case, to discontinue or not to discontinue a criminal proceeding. They have the authority. The Constitution grants them that authority. The 1999 Constitution grants them the authority to prosecute or to decide, you know what, we are not prosecuting. Except where there is clear abuse of power. There's even a legal precedent backing it by the Supreme Court, stating that DPP cell, they get the power. If they say they won't do, they go do. If they say they not do, nobody feel owe them. So that one is clear. And that is part of what these guys are trying to affirm here, that this might just waste people time, that we have the power to decide if we want to prosecute or not. Nobody can force us to do it. So I can tell you for a fact without preempting the sitting of the court, that no court can force the Rivoya go prosecute. If they say they don't get fact to prosecute, say that the court won't go, make the court go prosecute now. So nobody can force them to do it. They have the authority, except where there is clear abuse of power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the DPP determines the legality of any case brought before
Based on the facts presented to them by the investigating authorities.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. I'm sure pé visitant máa sùn lọ́ntì wọn.
wọ́n ti sùn kánà ti sùn ni wọ́n ti máa interject rẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀.
wọ́n ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
Yeah. Question mi náà, part of my question náà ni Tajiro ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn pé ṣé Sanshito lè sọ fún pé Josie nonsense ni kò tó fẹ́ jọ fáwọn, but hey, he was hired, he was paid, so he has to do his job. So I guess that is what.
Tí ò bá ṣe kó dówó lówó padà.
Owó tí ìdí ti jẹ́. So I guess that is just what is there, because even with all this, I just think Sam should, be thinking about it like, hey, this is like a slap on his face. Hey, on a good day, this shouldn't be where he be talking about find that. But hey, he has to that. And I think Josie is doing it for the purpose of mo try mo gbìyànjú láti wá justice for mom ṣùgbọ́n fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ̀ dárí but it's so kìíní fóun, so think that because Bayo was there ranting this morning about gbogbo jati jati and looking at it, even go ibi tí mi kì í ṣe lawyer gan, it's so, it's so clear right then. Pay, what is it that you are fighting for? You are fighting based on nonsense and rubbish. Rubbish. Ló ń
So,
jalè lórí. So,
kí tó continue,
ó yẹ go, ó
I
yẹ
just
go.
had to answer. Who was that again? Bonnie, Abina. Somebody was saying, yeah, princess. Yes, I was saying you should go check it out the other time. It's simple. Yeah, they might look confusing. Discharge is leave this guy, made it go. You don't have anything to hold him for now. I beg, let him go. Acquitted is that the case has been tried. We don't follow this guy, drag matter on top this crime. But we not see hand there. You are now acquitted. It is a final judgment. Acquittal is a final judgment. It's either that doesn't mean it can be appealed. For example, if an high court acquits you, somebody else can appeal that decision in the appeal court and even take it to Supreme Court, depending on the case. But for that court, for that level, acquittal is the final decision of the judge. It's a final judgment there. It means legally you have been cleared of the charges that was brought against you. It means you are not guilty after you have been tried. Means you have been tried, you have been tested, and you have not been found wanting. As opposed to discharge. Discharge is just more like a temporary stop. Like, you know what? We not get anything to hold this guy, but we they carry one eye, they look at somehow. The person can still be arrested, they can still be tried. As soon as new evidence comes in, they can, hey, God don't catch you. We don't catch you for another one, so now you be this. So that is the major difference. But for the acquitter, it means for that crime, nobody can try you again. If you, even if now you do harm and you are acquitted of the crime, of the charges, may they go look for another charge, can't charge you. That one don't go be that. So, but in this case of these people, they were discharged, not acquitted. Meaning they were released because at the moment as we stand now, there is no fact, there's no evidence to tie them to it. Should we stop them from their own lives? Yes. No. I mean, should we stop them from their own life? We cannot. Yes, we are. I look somehow we are paying like, job and people bye. These are the things we know. But it's not about things you know. It's about the things you can prove in court.
It's about the facts and the
Yeah.
evidence that you can bring out from it.
Yeah. You have to prove it that, yes, you might know A happened. How can you link A to whatever we're talking about here? How can you prove that A happened? Yes, but then you prove it. Ìbọn tó fi padà, màá ríbọn yẹn mọ́ o. Mo kàn dẹ̀ jọ pé mo ríbọn yẹn fìrí ni o. The case is going nìyẹn. Case yẹn ń bọ̀ lọ nìyẹn. Níbo ló ti rí tó ti pa? Mo wà ní báńkólì ni, mo rí tó pa ń sàlẹ̀. Later on find out pé o jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó máa ń lògò o lògò láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn gbà tó wà bá kó ni ẹ̀ wọ́n á jẹ́ kàn pé báwo lè rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń ta mẹ́ẹ̀ on a good day o máa ń lògò láti rí nǹkan dáadáa kéèsì ti
Wahala,
lọ
Mr.
down the drain
Batotas,
yẹn.
with what you said, there was a case like that, lóòótọ́, tí woman yẹn, that it was a murder case níbí báyìí ni, and kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ bíi neighbor yẹn kó wá sọ pé àwọn oríṣẹ́ òun rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ níjọ́ yẹn gangan, and they almost believed this woman until when somebody said pé obìnrin yìí máa ń lògò. And they now asked her, did you use your glasses? Only no, only but image tóun rí. So you saw an image, not that pé ẹni yẹn gangan ni.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a case
You have
like
to
that.
prove it, otherwise, see,
Yeah.
why the burden of proof, especially for criminal issues on the high side, is because even if it's a 0.0009% that an innocent person might go to prison for something they didn't do, we have to prevent it. That's why the burden of proof is high when it comes to criminal issues. You have to really prove that any ló ṣe kíní sẹ àwọn nǹkan tó dẹ̀ fi ṣe lélẹ́yìí. This is how it happened. Because tá bá leave it open bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí wọ́n leave it relaxed, it's easy for ọlọ́pàá láti wà lazy about it that ìwèrè yẹn oníjàgídíjàgan ni ló máa pa bọ́ọ̀ yẹn jàre ó yẹ lọ tì mọ́lé. Ó kọ̀ dẹ̀ lẹ̀kọ̀ jẹ́ oníjàgídíjàgan kó má jẹ́ ẹni tó ń pààyàn. Èèyàn mélòó náà láti máa tì mọ́lé fún nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. That's why
True,
the
very
burden of
true.
proof is very important.
It's very sacrosanct. Yeah. Yeah, totally so. Totally so. Then what's the question? Because mo fẹ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ní nǹkan bọ̀. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé. I forgot that
Yeah,
question.
so Josie just what they're doing is just more like an academic exercise. Was Prime Boy discharged because there was no one that witnessed the fight? Yes, they are not. The charges, number one, is not about the fight. The charges is about the death of Mohbad, not the fight with Mohbad. So that's the case before DPP. Because case fight ọgbẹ́ síwájú on the investigation into the death of Mohbad pé these people wọ́n ní nǹkan ṣe lẹ́nu ikú tó pa Mohbad. Yes, it will be in the case fight pé ó bàjà, but where do you link it in pé ìjà yẹn ló fa kú? The link is not there in the case file.
And
The
also,
DPP are saying, yes, ma.
and also in Prime Boy's case, almost gbogbo àwọn tó give testimony in the court ló ń sọ pé kò hit her back. Tó bá pé òun ló hit her back tó fi ní wound yẹn, probably it would have been easy to talk about. But everybody was saying òun fúnra rẹ̀ ló fọwọ́ ẹ̀. Fine, it triggered him to do that. But òun kọ́ ló ṣe. It's not as if
Exactly.
òun ló ṣe.
Exactly. So it's more like even ọmọ tó jẹ́ tiwa, they didn't witness it. Ọmọ mi didn't witness the fight. Adra didn't witness the fight. So they can't really say anything like 100% pé àló bàjà sẹ́, àló lùsẹ̀, àló ṣe báyìí. They couldn't say it. So based on what ni kí DPP, until tó bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fọ̀rọ̀ wá ara wọn lẹ́nu wò, tí corona bá wá rí àṣírí yẹn mú jáde pé wèrè yìí lù lóòótọ́, ó ṣe nǹkan báyìí lóòótọ́, then they can now continue. And that's why I sọ pé all that happened is what he was discharged. He was not acquitted. Meaning, if we now come out with new evidence, pé ọmọ ń pa ẹ̀, àbọ̀ ṣe kínní ìṣe, wọ́n á lọ pè wọ́n padà pé yá lágbájá stop gàrí tó mú yẹn, wọ́n á lọ mú yòókù lẹ́wọ̀n.
Yeah, likewise,
Yes.
Mr. Yes, and this I know. So a lot of people have different opinion based on this. When you look at the Sam Larry and Naira Marley's case, one him even going to the DPP and telling them that why would they let them go? One, they were not charged for the death of Mohbad. They were that was the reason for their arrest, right? And because of the investigation, they found out nothing. Because even me looking at it with this eyes, with OG, me looking at it, gone. One, apart from they were not in the country, there is nothing for now that links them to that death. To me, my own opinion and my own thing, why I'm standing against these two guys was because of the bullying. So I think that is where I don't know why even with that, Sanshito cannot even let Juicy know pé kò sí nǹkankan tó link àwọn people yìí mọ́ ikú ọmọ ẹ̀. But when you're talking about the bullying, torí ó dàbí pé, and that is part of the nonsense they tell pé gbogbo wọn fi kún lórí TikTok àbí. It was based on the bullying. There is no way we could attach them or join them to pay, okay, hello, ẹ̀yin gbọ̀ngàn lẹ́pa bọ̀bọ̀ yìí, or hello, nínú oko, but we can see the bullying. There is paper trail of petition that Mohbad wrote. So it's based on that. I don't know why they are attaching the death of Mohbad to these guys.
Yeah, so and for people asking why they don't swing them for bullying, it's neither here nor there because they might not have a sufficient evidence to successfully bring a case, a civil case of bullying. But if you're talking about a criminal case of bullying, it's not in Joseph's place or his lawyer's place to charge Sam Larry for that. It will be the police if the police have sufficient evidence. Although they told us from their preliminary investigation then that they have, what's their word again, preponderance evidence that Mohbad was bullied by Sam Larry. They said it there. So it is on them. It is for them to decide to prosecute or not. That's for the DPP because but release investigation to the go evidence to now to they were clear. They'll present it to the DPP. Those ones will review it and we decide that okay, it's fine, I go on. Or no, the link kini, the back go on, case he might follow the beacon. So it is left for that. But for civil suit, look okay, maybe for damages to get money for damages and things, yeah, they can do that, but then that comes with its own issues too. It now comes with the issue of legal standing. We call it local standing. Local standing, like who are you? Why will you be the one suing for damages? Nipe no. Yes, only Jomwe. Is he are you his representative? So gbogbo issue here will now come into play. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of moving parts. Tó lè máa jẹ́ kó lè sue fún irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ directly. But that's how bóyá rí nìyẹn. Sister Temi ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn, mute you.
Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà ni mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
Okay.
Saying, why do we have to pin the death of Mo to those boys? To me, we can pin it to them. Yes. But the only thing is, there are no evidences to back it up. Because according to the wife, she gave that statement. They were bullying him. He has been depressed. He developed BP because of all this bullying here and there. We have videos for that everywhere. Do you understand? So the only thing tí ibẹ̀ yẹn fi ṣe ni pé kò sí evidence láti back it up. Why do we have to know? We can. It's just that because it's everywhere. It's something that is everywhere. Harry Boshembule, his friend was out to tell everybody a story even before Koto Dipolo. But the stupid father, no. Tó yẹ kóhun náà sọ àwọn ìtójú ẹ̀ náà ti rí. He's not ready to do that. But either they say ìtójú wọn tiẹ̀ ti rí àti ìtójú wọn ò rí, it's just because there are no further evidences to back it up. And to me, Sam Larry Shima kò lè kọ́ lọ báyẹn. Even if there's no evidence for NM, Sam will still be punished. Ó kàn lè jẹ́ pé kò pa, but ó bully, and there are evidences for that one. So if they are not even charging for murder, they'll charge him for bullying him. And second, kini tí mo fẹ́ sọ, before we talk about this, there are no pinning it to the guys. The thing tí mo kọ́ fẹ́ sọ òun ni about Shitu. To me, ó ń dàbí wà pé Shitu náà act drama. Because to me, I feel like ṣebí Sam ló pè wọ́n náà. And in my head, I be like, ṣé wọn mọ gbogbo kíní yìí ni? And the very first time tí mo ti ọkọ gbọ́ pọ́n fẹ́ wọ́n gbé evidence lọ sí court, wọ́n fi hàn no phone. Àbí Shitu náà wine jù sí ni. These are my own thinking. Pé ṣebí wọ́n ló sọ ọmọ náà. Ṣebí ẹ lówó public lówó ẹ máa kówó wá. Because I don't think àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà tán tí di sand gan gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe yan gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe yan bí èwe àbí báwo lẹ máa ń ṣọ́ka bí èwe àbí báwo lẹ máa ń put àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Tí ò bá sí evidence lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣé wọn ò
ṣé
dẹ̀ ní
kò
sọ
wọn ò
di
mọ̀ pé kò
comedy
sí
ni.
Mr. Pàṣẹ ṣé wọn ò mọ̀ pé kò sí evidence ńlẹ̀ kan tó máa push fún kán lọ sùn
Bàbá nídìí
lágbájá.
owó sẹ́yìn lẹ́ máa bá maintain
nǹkan tí
àwọn
mò ń
ìyàwó
tẹ̀
bíi
láti
mẹ́rin
sọ
tó ní ni.
ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ bí tí mo fẹ́ lọ nìyẹn pé àbó ṣe ń ṣonípò sí pé kéèyàn kú náà ló ń ṣe àwọn tán lẹ́yàn lẹ́yẹ pé mi ò
Bẹ́ẹ̀
fẹ́
ni
kú o.
ànírógun
so everybody fẹ́ tajà ìlú.
ànírógun ẹjọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́ọ̀yà.
mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́ọ̀yà in fact lọ́ọ̀yà máa
Gbọ́dọ̀
sọ fún
rógun
ẹ pé
ẹjọ́.
ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ yìí kéèsì ẹ yìí ẹjọ́ wà lórí ẹ̀ má wọ́rì a máa ṣe ni bó jẹ́ ṣe máa jẹ́ nìyẹn gbà tó tiẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé kò sí nǹkan kan nu ẹjọ́ yẹn wá ní níṣó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sáré tí Ṣẹ́gun ò bá pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn yóò sí pẹ̀lẹ́ tiẹ̀ o.
Nígbà tó bá ń sanwó sítìn tó ń sanwó sítìn léraléra tó rẹ̀ sára.
ń bo síasíà Mr. Pythagoras another time kìíní yẹn ti fò lọ lórí mi but it's about this me I just think yes it would have been a good thing for Josie to maybe put it in the way of or channeling all his energy that he has towards the bully. Because I see more light, I see more more justice on that bullying part. You trying to nail them for why Toshima nígbà tí Corona ò tí ì ṣe tán why Toshima ní pé wọ́n release wọn àbí nǹkan. I think he should have channeled his energy more to that or kí lorúkọ ẹ gbogbo nonsense tó ló ń kọ fún wọn yìí he should have just done that towards that than trying to nail them trying to tell the DPP pé why would they release them for killing because that my own opinion.
Rere ní Brajo sí èyí tí ò yẹ kán ṣe lọ́ṣẹ̀ nǹkan tó yẹ máa ń jẹ mórò náà nìyẹn.
gbogbo ètò ẹ kí jésù fi lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ó fi ń jápo nínú oko káàkiri.
nǹkan táwọn pípọ̀ yẹn náà ṣe fi hàn pé okay they are free they are kínní pé channel this kínní to pay hey they were free now but you guys are and I hope I pray somebody will push for that bullying part. Somebody will push for it. Somebody will stand on that on the DPP or Lagos State, whatever, on their neck to prosecute them for that bullying. They have to. One need the last jẹyà for the deaths. But for that bullying that we have evidence of, that we even olóbùkọ náà dẹ̀ sọ. Sanwó show fún ni kò wá ṣe show fún so there is an acceptance níbẹ̀ yẹn pé you accepted pé even if you are not accepting pé mo bully but there is Mr. Pythagoras kí ló ṣe yín kí ló dé kí ló tẹ dúbẹ̀ yẹn ẹ fi dúbẹ̀ yẹn dídú yìí lẹ́nu jọ mẹ́ta pé ṣe mọ̀ there is acceptance to me there is acceptance níbẹ̀ yẹn pé ṣe mọ̀ mo fún lówó iṣẹ́ ni kò wá ṣiṣẹ́ mi o sọ pé no but o sọ fún wa pé there is something to link yín papọ̀ sí yẹn so I think my own opinion fún bullying yẹn ó yẹ kó jẹgbẹ́ o ó yẹ kó jẹgbẹ́ ó yẹ kó jẹgbẹ́ kan ó yẹ kó jẹgbẹ́ o wọn gbọ́dọ̀ lọ scot free bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn gbọ́dọ̀ lọ scot free. To the fullest gan ló yẹ kó ṣe fún wọn because they bullied him for years not even months they bullied him for years.
Bádájọ́ ayé ò bá dá dáadáa fún wọn tọ̀run á dá fún wọn.
Tọ̀run á dá fún wọn that's another thing but mi fẹ́ yẹ ká dájọ́ ayé gan dá o ẹ yẹ ká dájọ́ ayé gan dá torí wọ́n ṣe so bad fún bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe very bad olóbùkún vengeance nígbà tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí nígbà tó ń búlì Mohbad.
ṣé káàdì wọn ló wá tiẹ̀ gbórúkọ sí gbogbo yín lẹ́nu
vengeance ọlọ́run ó dẹ̀ ti wá bọ́ mi lẹ́nu vengeance wá sí ọ̀pọ̀ níyàwó rẹ̀ ó ti gbé vengeance sí wa lẹ́nu wípé kí ni wèrè ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ sọ pé pípa tó ń búlì Mohbad pé ṣé wọn ò rí ibi tí Mohbad ti ń sáré lóyún tó ti níyẹn wọ́n nà wọn wọ́n nà mo Cynthia náà wà ń bẹ̀ ó lò ó ṣí mo ti rẹ́rìn kú bẹ̀rẹ̀ olóbùkú Cynthia náà wà ń bẹ̀ tó sọ yẹn ó ti bìrì pé nítorí Cynthia lọ ṣe lù àbí Cynthia náà pẹ́ láwọ̀ tó lù alákúrí làwọn pípò yìí and I think pé torí ẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tí ò ṣe dá kéèyàn máa bá kúrí tó nìyẹn I think akúrí wọn wọ́n ti fi kó bá Sanshitu so Sanshitu is now thinking like them now. Mo má bínú Sanshitu o n kò fi hàn pé ó dà pé tí
There is a
òun
question in comment
ṣe
section.
ronú nìyẹn. Ẹ má
Ṣọ́bí mi
bínú
ló
tó
pa mí
dáhùn
lẹ́rìn
tí mọ́mí fọ yẹn
tí mo fi wú
ẹ
kọ́.
má bínú tí mọ́mí mi kẹ́ tó dáhùn lẹ́nìkan náà tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ ka question ẹnìyẹn síta ó dẹ̀ ti lọ ẹ jẹun bóyá mo lè rí àǹtí yẹn béèrè question Kumbi ni wọ́n ní Pythagoras sir if you were Shitu how would you advise Josie towards this case moving forward mo gbàgbé pé mo fẹ́ ka kíní ẹ̀ fún yín ó yá ẹ dá mọ́mí Kumbi lóhùn kẹwàá wá ẹ dá àwọn ọmọ mi wọ́n ní tó bá yẹ pé ẹ̀yin ní Sanshitu.
Bí bá jẹ́ lọ́ọ̀yà láti advice Josie, wọ́n sọ pé kó lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni. Kó lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ pa
ẹni
ohun
tó
tó
ní
ti
kọ́ bá
ṣe.
wọn bẹ̀ wọ́n ta ni kò lọ bẹ̀
Lọ fúnra ló máa
Josie tó ní
bẹ̀bẹ̀.
kọ́ bá wọn bẹ̀
Màá ní kó lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni but to be serious, if any lawyer tó bá ní interest Josie at heart, what they should be telling Joseph Aloba is to go and make peace with his family because in this his vengeful quest for money, for fame, and everything, he has sacrificed a whole lot of people's happiness, their joy, even their life. He sacrificed it on this altar. And he needs some form of penance and some form of remorse and to seek some people's apology. Because legally, there's nothing he can do. So there's no legal advice I can give him. If I'm a lawyer with a good conscience, of course, lawyers who, depending on what they want, can tell him a whole lot of things. But tí bá ní interest ẹ̀ àtẹ̀mí náà dẹ̀ ní ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run tí mo dẹ̀ tún jẹ́ lawyer, there's no legal advice to give Josie. The only advice is moral one. Àwọn tí ṣe àwọn family ẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́wọ́ abẹ́ máa tọrọ àforíjì wọ́n dáríjì ọtí ọkọ lọ bẹ̀ wọ́n náà. Dẹ̀ máa gbàdúrà k'Ọlọ́run fún ẹ ní peace at the end of your life. Because it's something that's going to haunt you forever. It's something that you're going to remember. Yes, you're living large now. You feel you're okay now. You feel you have some people backing you up. That time will come when it will just be only you till they die. That time where you'll be forced to sit down and reflect on all these your actions. That time where there will be nobody cheering you on, where nobody will be telling you emperor, carpenter, organizer, aloba. Those days will come. You will regret, you'll look for tears, they won't come. And you wish you could turn back the ends of time. But those will just be wishful thinking. And you now wish death should just take you away suddenly. But for somebody like you, that might a bitch. Death is just going to continue doing its own thing, looking around you. They will be moving you from hospital to hospital. You'll be treated from one ailment. You'll be from one ailment to the other. You'll be seeing the shadows of death. You'll be between death and life. You'll be juggling. You'll be shuffling it. You'll be begging for it. And guess what? You won't even have the energy to even now do some apology yourself. You might even not even have the brain cells anymore to be able to think far back and be able to remember some people that you owe apologies to. And you will be mad at yourself. And while you're still there thinking of how to do it, Olojuade, I don't know what happens in afterlife, but I hope you'll be able to stand tall and face your creator someday.
That is a word of advice from Joseph, but unfortunately, nǹkan tó ṣe ń fún múrò nìyẹn pé kò kí n gbọ́ràn. And yesterday, I might be no mommy kini mo maka comment since I just quickly want to chip this in. Okay. Not yesterday, this morning, and ibi tí Báyọ̀ ti lọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ti lọ ń ṣe kinní, and he was like standing or having the opinion, or should I call it opinion, or affirming pé no, Josie ló máa mú death certificate yẹn fún, Josie ló ní authority. Ẹ gbáriwo yín jàre, Josie ló ní authority láti gba death certificate yẹn. But Mr. Pythagoras, even ká má mú lọ sí legal way, ká má mú lọ sí gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ, even that word lásán, it shows that these people don't have Josie's best interest at heart. Because if they do, I'm just saying this, so I'm not advising him. Because Egun àti
Bí mi ẹjọ́ gbà kọ́ ba laminate ẹ̀ kọ́ ba frame ẹ̀.